everyone, once again, and thank you for giving me the time to speak. So, the topic we want to talk about today is leadership and how one has to live well to lead well. It is at the confluence of wellness and how we live our lives. So, I would like to just start with a poll with a show of hands from everyone who's present here today. How many of you love your work, your life, but miss time with your family and kids? Anyone in the audience? Thank you. How many of you love your work but don't find enough time for yourselves? Thank you. This is exactly where I was a few years ago, and it's interesting to see the sentiment once again in front of me, one that I've carried for a long time. This resonates with me as well. Let me start by telling you a little about myself. I'm Saumya Lohia, and I started my career in New York in the coveted halls of Goldman Sachs as an investment banker. It was a very intense, high-pressure, result-oriented, and adrenaline-fueled environment. But as I raced ahead, I started to see the consequences of this hyper-aggressive race. I started to see how people around me, they compromised on many things, be it friends, family, self, and their own health, all for the battle to lead and move ahead in life. This led me to introspect and research on leadership and balanced lives. I started to ask if there was a way to balance life, work, to embrace authenticity in leadership and life. And in the US, as I explored these thoughts, I came across the work of multiple teachers, from psychologists like Dr. Willard at Harvard to Dharmacharya Shantam Seth. I started to build this philosophy into a curriculum, and in 2019, we found a wonderful venue in Haridwar that had the potential to be the seat of this new way of leadership, Ekaanta. I would like you to give a quick brief about Ekaanta as we are modeled on this very topic. So Ekaanta is a unique space. It's a mindversity. It's a transformative experience. We are surrounded by the verdant forests of Uttarakhand and the refreshing waters of the river Ganga, which literally gush and kiss the steps to our learning facility. Our philosophy is deeply rooted in the principles of self-discovery and authentic leadership, and we encompass 3 core actions. Pause, learn and rejuvenate, and discover. Only when we're able to pause are we able to rejuvenate our bodies and our minds. And once we are able to rejuvenate our bodies and our minds, we're able to discover ourselves. We discover ourselves when we slow down and when we connect with our inner being. Oh, there is a clicker. I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you. This green button. Yeah, thank you. So at Ekaanta, we believe in leadership that transforms. Leaders inspire by actions. Their actions inspire corporate cultures, thereby impacting individuals that then impacts families and ultimately communities. And we are seeing the center stage of wellness really coming into the throes of all the leaders, with mindfulness programs being established in large companies and Fortune 500 companies. And we want to take this down to each and every leader that we see. The uniqueness of Ekaanta is that we're an experiential learning destination where we enable you to experience wellness through activities that you can take back in your day-to-day life. At Ekaanta, when we were creating the curriculum, we really deep dived as to how we can make our program sustainable. Sustainable here means, does it have the capability of being sustained in our day-to-day life? So let me give you one example. One of our practices of forest walking, or Shinrin Yoku, it bakes in smaller modules, where we teach you how to earth yourself with trees in your regular personal daily life and your regular corporate environment. Therefore, we can reframe this question and say, we really concern ourselves with how do we optimize our leadership impact on a daily basis in our life. We are not just leaders in the corporate setting, we're even leaders in our homes. Each action of ours showcases a leadership skill of ours. You shall experience many such modules when you spend time with us at Ekaanta. So we have 5 pillars that we really feel are the essential requirements of living a full life and a nourished life. The first being nature walks, the second being yoga, the third being mindfulness, fourthly nutrition, And fifth, Ayurveda. Ekaanta, as I have mentioned, is a blend of ancient wisdom and modern science of mindfulness. We have explored the science of mindfulness as one of our core pillars, and here we explore practices such as pranayam, tratak, meditative therapies to set the stage for your journey of authentic leadership. And towards understanding these steps in the self-awareness and leadership development journey, I would love to show you the experiential activities that we have curated for a life well led. So the first is yoga. In Ekaanta, we work on micro yoga sessions. They help to rejuvenate your body through restorative movements and breathing exercises. So I'm sure we've all been to a yoga retreat at some point in our lives. And we've come back to our normal day-to-day lives and not been able to do neck rotation at home the very next day. I can see some smiles in the audience, so I can understand that people are concurring with this. At Ekaanta, when we developed the curriculum, we said, how do we change this such that this goes back into the lives of each and every participant that comes to Ekaanta? And we said, well, we have to give them the knowledge. So my Yogacharya tells you that, you could be a 30-year-old in a 50-year-old body and a 50-year-old in a 30-year-old body, and you are as old as your spine is. It is the most important part of your body, and it can only move in 4 ways. So can you take 2 minutes out of your daily schedule to move your spine these 4 ways? And that really is what transforms the people who come to Ekaanta, the knowledge of what we give them, that they really want to improve their lifestyle. So hence we say it's micro yoga sessions. I would like to take a pause here and ask, does anyone know what is happening in this slide and what activity is being experienced? Anyone? Yes, absolutely. So this is actually the art of Shinrin Yoku, of forest walking, and that is Dharmacharya Shantam Seth. He's the only ordained Dharmacharya in India under the lineage of Thich Nhat Hanh. And he's teaching us how to really engage our tactile senses and ease our minds as we embrace the silence and earthing of nature, like you said, grounding. Absolutely. The strength of the trunks and the vitality of the leaves can all be part of us. And this is one of the smaller modules like I was talking about earlier, which we tell you when you're very stressed in life, just being in the presence of nature, by merely just touching the trunk of the tree can really ground you. And those are some of the experiences we talk to you about, which we kind of impart to you in Ekaanta. The next one is nature walk. We feel nature walks are very profound. The ability of really being in nature, the ability of taking in that additional oxygen the minute you wake up, and the part of, grounding yourself with nature deeply relaxes the mind. It fosters better decision making and creativity. It also sharpens your focus and enables you to navigate complexities with greater awareness and effectiveness. A simple walk in the forest can really do that for you, and that has been supplemented by scientific research as well. We do this wonderful practice of Yog Nidra in Ekaanta. Yog Nidra is an ancient science of India. What is interesting is that the US Army today is using it as one of their core programs for PTSD, for all the veterans who are part of the US Army. And they have termed this as a concept called I rest. And they have 8-minute modules of Yog Nidra and 30-minute modules of Yog Nidra that are actually enabling people to come out of their PTSD and actually get off sleeping pills, live a more fuller, a more energetic life. It is a profound meditation practice, and I believe it is invaluable for leaders seeking resilience and clarity. We practice multiple forms of meditation. Yog Nidra is one. The next is water meditation. Watching the magnificent Ganga flow brings a sense of peace and calm. Rivers are living entities. They are constantly changing and adapting to their surroundings. Observing these changes reminds us that one way to thrive in life is to be open to new experiences and let go of our past ones. Can we be flexible to change? Can we adapt? So I invite you to sit on our ghat, dip your toes in the Ganges with a cup of tea, embrace the idea of change, flow, and transience. These are valuable lessons for leaders taught by the Ganga herself. We also enable rhythms of reflection. Rhythms of reflection is basically a way of meditation through sound, which is, I think, what Shubhangi also touched upon earlier, where, sound can really transcend us into a different space. It enables our neural networks to be created. It enables our mind to actually pause and stop thinking about what it has been doing all day and what it needs to do next. And that is when new connections are formed, and that is how our wisdom grows. I think one important aspect that people discover at Ekaant is building trust. Group meetings are different near the Ganges, away from the white lights of the conference rooms. As you build trust and lead from a deep sense of purpose, you're able to align teams around a shared mission. You're able to empower people to learn, innovate, and lead. We've had so many team meetings happen at Ekaanta, as you can see right here. And seeing the Ganga flow nearby, we've had leaders come and tell us that this has been like none other. The clarity, the sense of purpose we've gotten while we have done our yearly activities has been absolutely unparalleled. Active breathwork and dynamic meditation is another integral part of what we teach you at Ekaant. So as the old adage goes, you are what you eat. Nutrition plays a very critical role at Ekaant. We focus a lot, this is our Garhwali thali, and we focus a lot on locally sourced food, locally foraged food, food that is healthy and nutritious and balanced. It doesn't have to be a lauki ka juice every morning, but can it be a balanced meal? This plays a crucial role in leadership by actually promoting clarity, calmness, and vitality. Right nutrition can enhance mental alertness and decision-making capabilities. Embracing a sattvic and balanced diet not only improves your physical health, but it also fosters emotional stability. So, I would like to welcome you to Ekaant. Our mental and physical health is not a compromise, but a necessity that must be made as we seek to reach our goals. The Ekaant way allows you to be effective via balance. It enables you to connect with yourself, and I would like to repeat, pause, rejuvenate, and discover yourself. With the confidence that Ekaanta will open you to new possibility as human beings and as leaders, I welcome you all to experience Ekaant. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. Thank you.